Gratitude, gratitude. I'm back. I had to shut down the last live stream and come back in, family. It's all good. We'll get it together. We will get it together. For peace and love, peace and blessings. Gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude. We back, family. We back. I had to go to my old setup again. We'll get the other setup together later. We will get the other setup together later. Gratitude. Peace and love, peace and blessings. How's everybody doing this evening? We got one person saying they still can't hear, but I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me, right? It might be your computer, family. It might be your computer. I know this setup work. This is my usual setup. You know what I mean? All right. It's my usual setup. So we'll work out the kinks on the other one. All right. But gratitude, peace, and love to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. I know it's been a while since we did another live stream, but we've been doing a lot since then. All right. We've been doing a lot. Let me go ahead and get the mantra out of the way. My words create my world, and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light. My words create my world, and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light. My words create my world, and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light. Fiat Lux. This is not a diamond, family. This is a pyramid. We don't do this. You bring them thumbs up. This is not the delta sign. This is the Zai Mudra, a powerful solar mudra. You want to absorb sunlight? Put it above your head. Okay? But this is a powerful mudra to focus light. So a symbol we use in my tribe, the Zai Mudra. Not this. It's this. All right? We're not throwing up the rock sign. You know what I mean? So yes, but it's all good, family. Let there be light. That's right. Absolutely. I want to start out by saying thank you to everyone. I know it's been like about a week now, a little over a week, but thank you to everyone who came to the cyber sorcery lecture. I know you guys enjoyed it. You guys enjoyed the event space. I got a lot of good feedback on the food. The food was great. The food was great both days, actually, because we had a tribal lecture. We had a tribal meetup the day after. Our second annual tribal meetup the day after gathering. But I want to say thank you to everyone that came out. We had a great turnout. It was a great time. Shout out to all the vendors. Thank you guys for coming to Vend. We had some great vendors there. We had some of everything there, right? Even my mother was there. That's right. Some of y'all met my mama. My mother was there. She was selling some of her products. She's not spiritual, but she has like a panty business. She was selling some of her panties for women. Yeah, it was just a really good time, man. Really good time. I had an opportunity to meet a lot of you guys for the first time. That was dope. A lot of you guys met me for the first time. That was dope. And we had a shout out to Brother Divine Waters. He dropped a lot of good information on health. That was some really good stuff he dropped. He did a lot of irology readings. He did a lot of readings with the eyes for people. I want to say thank you to my tribal members that donated their time to help me out. My tribal council members were all there. Thank you for I don't have to call all y'all names. Y'all know who y'all are. Thank y'all. Also, Sister Charlita Meadows, thank you. Sister Taylor, thank you. Sister Linda, thank you. Brother Theo, thank you. Brother Herschel, thank you. Brother Shadow Wolf, thank you. Brother Sun Crow, right? All the people that donated their time, thank you all. Right? We had security on deck. We had everything. So it was so dope. It was so fun. And we also want to apologize to the members who did the online, because we had some hiccups because the spot that we were at, their internet kept kicking off and on. You win some, you lose some. What can you do? You know what I'm saying? So we had the online all set, but the internet kept going out like every 5 minutes. It would just shut off. You live and you learn. Next time we come in with our own stuff, everything. I would definitely do another event at this spot. The parking was great. It was enough parking for everybody. It was just a really good spot. The Shrine of the Black Madonna. So we did a really good. We had a really good time out there. But for the people that did the online, we did redo the video. I went home. I went home the night after. The next day, I redid the whole video for you guys, the whole lecture, my whole portion of the lecture for you guys, and we put it out, and you guys can get the lecture. All right, you guys can email us if you didn't get it. Some people was very upset, but we took care of you. We made sure you were straight. All right, the knowledge is there. We got it for your family. We got it for your family. Somebody said, I knew that was your mom in that pic. You and her are twins. I'm not sure what pic you're talking about, family. I never put a picture of my mother on the internet. So you might have been talking about a different person. I never put her, she wasn't on the internet. Yes, I didn't put her up there, family. So it might have been another lady that looked like me that you might have thought was my mother, but I did not take a picture of my mother there. But thank you guys for coming out still. Good. It was a great time. Great energy, family. You know, I saw some auras that needed working on, but it was all good. It was all good. So tonight, family, we're going to do a Q&A. I'm going to ask that you guys do not ask me questions about the cyber sorcery, because you're going to be giving people hints that didn't pay for the cyber sorcery class. Also, we are editing it right now. We are editing the cyber sorcery, all the footage that we have, and we're going to be putting it out later. Probably another week or two, we'll have the footage out. All right. I told you guys, wasn't going to be a rush on putting it out. But still, thank you for everybody who can. I don't know when I'm going to do another in-person event. What I want to do by January is I want to do Dragon Magic 103. That's my next class I want to do online. So that'll be a whole online class. I might even shoot it and then sell it to you guys like that. That way there won't be no hiccups with internet or nothing. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. But either way, y'all going to get that Dragon Magic 103. Okay, that's coming next. That's the next banger I'm going to put out. All right. So I didn't have a topic in mind, but we can freestyle. We can get in a circle. Somebody can start beatboxing, and I can hit y'all with a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? We can start freestyling. You know what I'm saying? And I can answer all the questions y'all want tonight. But like I said, please, no questions about cyber sorcery, because we don't want to put that information out too much. All right, you want to put that information out too much. Okay, but we can get to it. So if I miss your question, don't beat me up. Don't get angry at me. I'm not ignoring you on purpose. I'm just getting to the good questions. And then some questions are ones I see, and I'm like, oh, I got to answer that. Right? So you may have to keep asking me the question at the bottom of the thing. If you want to type it, fine. But you know what I mean? So I want you guys to understand that. So forgive me if I don't see it. But it's all good, family. It's all love. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna answer this question first. You mentioned different areas are controlled by different elementals. What the heck is controlling Memphis, Tennessee? I feel so heavy when I go home to my family. How to send light to your city? You know what, family? And you guys probably heard me say this many times. This is no disrespect towards Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee is a city that cannot stand me. That is the only city that I've been to. I've been to a lot of cities. My goal before I die and lead this planet is to hit every city. Not city, but state. I want to go to every state and visit. I just want to see every state in America. I've never, I mean, when I go to Memphis, that's the one city I've been to that city can't stand me. Every time I go there, I get spiritually attacked. I literally have to fight in my dreams. And I'm not joking when I say this. I have to fight in my dreams. And I'm always getting spiritually attacked. Literally ghosts, demons, and different entities are trying to kill me and harm me, do the harm to me. They don't like me in Memphis. It's crazy. It really is. You know what I'm saying? It really is. I don't want to bring up all the stories, but no disrespect towards Memphis, but Memphis definitely has an energy around it. That I think is holding back a lot of people in Memphis. Okay. And I'm only saying that because my mother used to live there back in the day. She lives in Texas now, but she used to live in Memphis. And I used to go there and visit her. And every time I went there, the energy was just, now I had some good food there. I met some good people there. So I'm not saying everybody's bad in the city. I'm just saying like there's a force. There's a force, right? Not so much an elemental. So without a shadow of a doubt, Memphis would be more of an air elemental. Or an air elemental city. But with that being said, there's a cloud, and this cloud is like a cloud of depression and sadness. It's almost everybody knows that's where Martin Luther King got murdered at, and it's almost like the energy never let up after that. That's how I feel when I go to Memphis. It could be a sunny day, but it's almost like the energy never let up. Now, some people from there, I got students from there, family from there, but people love it. Cool. Every place ain't for everybody. So I don't want to talk down on your city, family, but maybe when you go back, you might be feeling the same thing I'm feeling, especially if you've been spiritually elevating. Some cities you may try to help, and some cities will fight you, so you don't help them. So Memphis, Tennessee, I actually have energy batteries that I buried in Memphis, Tennessee. I have some energy batteries buried there, but I never really tried to really help that city that much. I saw hopes at one time. Maybe I could do some lectures there in the future, but it's an attack. When I came to Houston, it's almost like the city initiated me. I used to come to Houston and get sick every time I came to Houston. Even when I got here, I was in the hospital 3 times my first month here for the heat. The heat was killing me. You know what I'm saying? I had to get used to Houston, and now I think I'm a Houstonite. The spirit has accepted me. The city has accepted. The city don't bother me no more. You know what I mean? I had to get acclimated and get, all set with Houston. So I don't want to talk down on Memphis, but I would say if you can help your city, one of the things you can do is start placing, go to the 4 corners of the city. You can do some crystal grids, right? You can do some crystal grids. And if you want to do some powerful crystal grids, you can do the ones that I talk about in my book, The Way of Radiance. And I'll show you how to activate it in that book as well. You can do those grids that's actually one way you can raise the energy of a city. You can create grids, your own grids of energy that can help the city, raise the vibration of the city. And you can do crystal grids on all 4 corners of the city. Depending on how big the city is, it may take a long time, but that's what you can do as well, family. All right. Great question. Let's see here. Thank you. Somebody said it was nice and spacious. Thank you, family. It was a nice spacious area. I heard whispers in my ear a few times this week. Is that the veil thinning and a being communicate with me? Well, depending on what you're doing and what type of spiritual work you're doing, it could be entity communicating with you. Without a shadow of a doubt, the veil is very thin. And of course, you guys know Halloween is coming up. That's a power day. Halloween actually lasts all the way till after the energy of Halloween actually lasts all the way until November 3rd, if you guys don't know that. And that's because the original Halloween was November 2nd, the Day of the Dead, November 2nd. And the energy of that November 30th is also a power day, especially with witches, right? And that energy stretches from Halloween, the day before Halloween, the day of Halloween, all the way till around November 3rd, after the 2nd. And you can do the veil is thin during that whole time, family. It's probably the thinnest on Halloween, the 30th, or the 30th or the 31st. It's probably the thinnest on that day, and it starts to get lighter on the 2nd. But the veil is still open, family. So you can do rituals if you choose. You can deal with your ancestors during Halloween. You can deal with your ancestors. Whatever you want to do. It's a day you're supposed to honor your ancestors and work with your ancestors. All right. So that is definitely happening right now. The world is changing. Expect the unexpected in the next few months. Expect the unexpected. I don't care who wins the election. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Doesn't matter who wins. I want you guys to understand that. I will want one person to win more than the other. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I got other stuff I'm doing, so I don't care, right? Yes, if you paid, email us at KeoWee tribe@gmail.com, and we can make sure you get your video, because I think our passcode keeps changing. Our passcode keeps changing, or it changed a few times. We can see the correct passcode to get to the video. All right. Let's see here. Brother Yosef, can I use paint thinner on my solar medallion since I got it dirty and just respray it? I got just a tiny bit galvanized, my fault. You can. I saw somebody, a brother in my tribe actually showed up, and he spray painted his black, and it looked nice. I seen rainbows around it and everything. So if it starts to fade, you can go to Home Depot and get you some permanent metal. Because I know what you're talking about, the bigger ones. The bigger ones, it's a 3-inch medallion. So I've seen some people, it's silver. Like they've been working with it so much, it's silver. And that's why now I put the coating over it. So you guys can go to like Home Depot and get a permanent metal spray, and you can take it outside, put it in the grass and spray it. You know what I'm saying? You can spray it, and that should fix the problem. And then some people it fades a little bit. Some people don't. It don't bother them at all. But the solar medallion, I've had that. I've even sweated on that one by accident. It hasn't faded. So you must really be doing some serious work with that solar one, family. But yeah, you can do that. You can do that if you choose. It won't bother the energy. It's more about you scraping and chipping the medallion that it can kind of affect the energy. Piece of the medallion missing, something like that. Can somebody have a demonic higher self? Yes, you can. There are many people on the planet that are demons. And I'm not saying that they do devilish stuff or they do demonic stuff. No, they're demons. They're born demons. And they're on Earth. Yeah. Think about the people who have done the most horrific things that don't seem human-like to other people. Those are demons. Because a regular person couldn't do something like that. Only a demon could do something like that. It doesn't matter whether that person knows that they're a demon or not. Just like you have some people here, some of you guys here are real angels. You just don't know you're an angel. Facts. You're a person that came down here to help, and you're going to go back to the heaven states when you pass away. Some people are born angels. Literally, you're only here, and those type of people, they love to assist. They love to assist people. They love to help people. It's a passion to help. It's a passion to serve. Those are angels. And they're here to help humanity. Yeah, some people are born that way. Some people are gods. Not everybody's a god. Some people are literal gods. They're born gods. Their soul is not even down here. They're literally projecting themselves here as a human being. Their soul is not even down here. They're just a hologram. They are just an avatar. They're gods. Sometimes they know this right away. Sometimes they find out later. You shall know them by their works. Right? Look at the fruit that people bear. Look at the work that people do. And then you see what type of work, how that work affects the world. Right? Some people can be super great, but their work is not meant to affect the whole world. They're supposed to affect their community. They're supposed to leave a mark on their community. They're supposed to leave a mark on their home. They're supposed to be the best dad ever, so they can raise a certain type of child to be the best, better than they were. Some people come here for those reasons. Some people are only going to be big in their country. They're here to affect their country and make an impact on their country or their state, whatever it is. People are here for different reasons, believe it or not. Peace, I sent you an email, but no response yet. How else would I contact you? What are you trying to contact me for, family? You trying to contact me for a consultation? Consultations, you got to go to, if you go to New Life Tools, I answer that one every now and then, but I get a lot of questions in that one. I don't always answer everybody's questions in that one. That was the email I used to answer all my consultations in the past. I still go in there and answer questions, emails every now and then. But I have a main email that only the people who do consultations know about. But if you want a consultation, you have to go to Patreon, become a VIP member, then I'll do a consultation with you. All right? Just to let you know. For any other question about the event, you can QnA@gmail.com. Let's see here. What are your thoughts and advice on those who hear, Angela, thank you for the donation. What are your thoughts and advice on those who hear voices randomly in their heads? Hope this makes sense. Helping those who confide in me, not sure what to tell them. Well, that was a great question, family. We got to be honest about that question. Because it depends on who the person is that's hearing voices in their head. Sometimes people hear voices that ain't good, and they get thoughts that are not their thoughts. It's not good thoughts. And it randomly happens. Sometimes it could be an attachment, a spirit attachment. It could be a demonic force. It could be different types of entities. It depends on who the person is and what they're going through. So I just can't say everything is spirit. Well, that is a spiritual thing, but I can't say it's your higher self talking to you, because it would depend on what it's telling you. See what I'm saying? So I just can't answer that question from that perspective, because I don't know who's asking the question and who's it for and what type of thoughts they're hearing. You see what I'm saying? If it's negative thoughts, then you have some type of attachment, a ghost, probably a somebody that passed away. It could be a negative spirit. It could be a lot of things. Depending on how bad it is, it could be a demon or a jinn. It all depends on what you did and how far you went. You see what I'm saying? What makes 4D manifestation different than 3D manifestation? Law of attraction says we can always manifest anything we want already. Why is 4D any different? The reason why 4D is different, because you can manifest things in 4D. When you manifest things in 4D, you manifest it instantly. So from a 4D perspective, you can manifest it a lot faster. That's actually why things are being manifested faster. You think about somebody, you go to the grocery store, you run into them. You think about somebody, they call you a couple minutes later. Or they'll say, I was just thinking about you, right? This is the manifestation is speeding up. The more you get on the vibration of fourth dimensional, the more you get on that vibration, the quicker you'll manifest things with your mind. And I told you guys, this is how the most of my magic is done today. I rarely do rituals for getting things I want, or even for anything, right? I use thought forms, positive thought forms. I use servitors to do things for me a lot today, right? I gave y'all two of my secret ones at the event, but this is how I do things for protection. Now, if I see that that it's not working the way I want to, then I'll proceed with a ritual. But I always practice doing it in my mind first. I'll send something to protect somebody or to protect myself, right? I got my own sigils I've been making for years that I can invoke to protect myself, right? So I've been bringing those things back out for the past few years and practicing those things, all right? And that's something that you can do. 3D manifestation takes a whole bunch of energy, not just mental energy, but you got to have your emotions got to be correct. You have to see it. You have to visualize it, all this stuff. This is why in your dreams, if you want to fly, you ain't got to do much. You just think about flying and you start flying. In your dreams, if you want to move something with your mind, you just think about moving it with your mind and it starts to happen. Why? Because this is a fourth dimensional manifestation. It's almost instantaneously. Space and time is out the way. Cuts it short. It's whatever you want, whatever you need at that moment. And some people in this world can already do that. They can already do that, family. All right. Let's see here. Do we create our 12th chakra and our higher chakras through our consciousness? Is that how it works? Okay, the truth is you already have those chakras, but let's just say you line up with them and you become aware of them as your consciousness grows, yes. But don't go tap into your 12th chakra till all the other chakras are open first, family. All right. Yinba, thank you for the donation. Currently reading Dragon Legacy book. You recommended. It is true. It is true. Only people of certain lineage are able to adequately practice true magic. Okay, that's a very interesting statement. Let me say something about this. Yes, it's true that if you come from a certain bloodline, you can access and practice magic way easier and better than other people. That's without a shadow of a doubt. But everybody has the potential, right? Whether they had the bloodline or not, to become great magicians. All right. So some people may have a bunch of psychics in their family. But everybody on the planet has the potential to become a great psychic. So what I'm saying is some people get it naturally, it comes easy to them, and then some people got to work for it. Right? So I don't want to say that only people with a certain lineage can practice true magic. Anybody can practice true magic if they trained in the right way. But people with a bloodline have quicker and better access to magic. It's the truth, yes. Thank you for the donation. Agape, thank you for the donation. Wishing the manifestation intention oil is resonating. Sacred elements. Yes, y'all go absolutely, family. And my wife loved it as well. I loved the way it smelled. Thank you so much for I shared that with her the same night as well. Sacred Elements, guys. You guys go check out Sacred Elements. She was one of our vendors. And also there's a brother and a sister that had a candle business. I gotta get their candles. I gotta put it up and show people beautiful candles. Yes, Sacred Elements. Thank you for reminding me. Sacred Elements, guys, and you guys can check her out. I believe that's the Instagram as well. Sacred Elements. She has some incredible oils. She was one of our vendors at the event. Her and her daughter came. Yep. You guys can go to Sacred Elements, SAKRIDEELEMENTS, Sacred Elements. Y'all check her out. She was at the event. Incredible. Incredible oils, family. Thank you so much for the donation, family. Thank you so much for reminding me as well about your incredible products. Let's see here. Any updates on extraterrestrials? Ruben, that's probably your most favorite question, ain't it? Well, you guys have heard there's an anomaly, and I can't even say the word, an anomaly of of ships coming this way. And so many words, there's a bunch of ships coming to America. I mean, to America, to the planet. This is what the James Webb Telescope picked up, right? Alexa used to tell you. And sorry if I just set somebody's Alexa off. You used to be able to ask and she would tell you, right? But this is very true. We'll see who shows up. Somebody's coming though. And if you pay attention to everything around you, for some reason in the past 2 weeks, the UFO thing has been picking up. My wife just showed me a video of somebody in Houston who saw a bunch of ships the other night, 2 nights ago. The UFOs are picking up. And I told you guys way back in 2020, that's one of the things that's going to happen before 2030. I told you guys in 2020, I said before 2030, we're going to have a ET. They're going to show up. And I believe in my heart that these are the ones that's coming to help. And if you on here and you watching this video and you don't believe in ET, shame on you. Right? Shame on you. Because some people may say it's spooky to believe in extraterrestrials. Well, just hold on. I can't wait to rub this in people's face. I've been screenshotting people's videos. Because I want to see what people are going to say when these things show up. People's videos, people's Instagram pages. I've been screenshotting people who are known on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. I've been screenshotting because I'm going to go back to these people's channels. I'm going to see what they say when these ETs show up. Some people are metaphysical, you know, and they don't believe in ETs. They don't believe there's anything outside of us. I'm not saying nobody coming to save you. Nobody can save you. I'm saying that what's happening is we're gonna come and get some help. Help to save yourself, family. That's what I'm saying. All right. So yes, expect the unexpected before the end of the year is out. Also, don't get it twisted. I've been telling you guys for the longest to prepare yourselves, have extra food, have extra water. People have been asking me about the lights going out and blackouts. I've been through a blackout a few months ago in Texas. We was out without power for 4 days. I'm glad I went through that because it taught me, it showed me my weaknesses and my strengths. You know what I'm saying? And I'm ready now. So prepare yourself just in case something does happen. Right? Because it's real. You don't know what it's like. I never went through a blackout like that in my life. 4 days with no power. Can't go to the grocery store. Can't go to the gas station. You stuck in your house. The roads are filled with debris. All the stuff I had, I put it to use. But I found out I needed a couple more things. I wasn't prepared for that heat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready next time. So we give thanks. But I want you guys to be ready and prepared because things happen when you least doubt it, when you don't think they're going to happen. You need to have you some emergency radios, water. My Patreon people, I never put it up on YouTube, but my Patreon people saw I have a atmospheric water generator. And if you don't know what that is, it's a machine that makes water out the air. All you got to do is plug this thing in and it starts to generate and make water from the air. And I got it right in my house. I probably drink some of it weekly. I don't drink it all the time, but I probably drink some weekly. It's very clean tasting water. Some of my tribal council members came down. They came to my house a few weeks ago when we had the event, and I let them taste the water. They loved it. They loved the water. It was some good water, y'all. It was some very good water. All right. Daryl Johnson, thank you for the donation. I've noticed a lot going on my side vision since the eclipse. Any advice? Yes. Eclipses bring negative energy to the planet. All right. So you're probably picking up on more shadow people. I'm not saying it's going to be the end of the world, but I'm saying that you're probably picking up on some some things that could be around. It might be when you start seeing a lot of things out the corner of your eye, it's time to do a house cleansing. No spirit should just have free access to your house. I was just talking to somebody today in a consultation, and they was asking me about what things should I look out for when buying a house. And I told him, I said, you want to buy a house, stay away from graveyards. You know, some of y'all magicians, y'all don't care. Cool, I'm not talking to you. But for people who don't want no negative energy coming around, now there's ways you can use these things. But if you're a new spiritual person, you want to get a house next to graveyards. Okay. Sometimes them entities leave the graveyard, especially if it's one that's not surrounded by an iron fence. There's a lot of graveyards like that. They can just walk right across the street, walk right in your house if they feel like it. Don't get houses near graveyards. Try not to get houses near hospitals either. I wouldn't recommend getting a house near a hospital. Once again, a hospital is a graveyard. People die every day at hospitals. But a hospital is also a portal because babies come in, but also people leave here. They die in hospitals. So I wouldn't recommend being around hospitals. And also, I would recommend for people to pay attention to the numbers of their houses. So whatever number your address is on your house, add it up. Numerology, that's going to be the energy of your house. So if you have a home business, a number 1 house, a number 8 house will be really good for you. You know, your address adding up to 1 or 8. If you're looking to start a family or you're looking to have a good family, a number 6 house will be great. Right? 6 is family and love, and you know, all numbers are good in some kind of way. That's what I'm saying. So there's no bad number, but there are negative sides to certain numbers, to all the numbers as well. So if you live in a number 1 house and you're not doing anything business-like, you may start feeling like you're procrastinating. You may start feeling depressed because you feel like you're not doing something. It's the energy of the house that's trying to get you to work. Yes. So the address of your house is almost like a spiritual signature for the house. Right? So at the end of the day, family, pay attention to the address in your house because add it up. You know, if you guys don't know, use numerology and see what the number is for your house. If you got have a number 7 house, spiritual house, knowledge, wisdom, a good studying house, and so on and so on. All right. Let's see here. Brother Joseph, any thoughts on Rudolf Steiner's books? Yes, get them all. I think I got all his books. Study them. My house equals 11 and my door number, oh, where'd it go? Okay, if your house is 11, that's dope. That's a gateway. You could do anything in that house, but it's going to be more for spiritual things. If you have a number 9 house, you're going to need to get things done in that house. It's about finishing what you started. That house is going to give you the energy you need to finish something. Finish what you started in that house, all right? If you have a number 4 house, it's going to be, you have to get it from the mud. You're going to be able to build something from the ground up. 4 is about building. Let's see here. Can a righteous couple produce children who are NPCs? And can these NPCs be converted to righteousness? Well, I like that question, family. I really do. I like the way it was asked as well. Can a righteous couple? That means somebody that's living by morals and principles. I like that. They stand for something. There ain't a lot of couples like that no more. People just go with the flow. So I like that. If you are a righteous couple, your kids are you're definitely gonna see. It's not about what you're producing; it's how you raise your kids. Because when you put something into a child when they're young, they can't get it out of their head. A lot of us still can't get stuff out of our head from the stuff our parents did. I tell people this story. It's so funny, but it's the truth. Just to show you us how I don't want to call it trauma, but how programmed we still are with our parents. right? So our program, we still are with our parents. When I first moved to Houston, the first day here, I didn't have no furniture, no couches, nothing. Everything was on a truck coming down. But I had bought new furniture, new bed. So I stayed with my mother the first night. The first night I stayed with my mother. And I was in the shower. My mom probably don't remember this, but I was in the shower. And I think I was in there 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get clean. You know what I mean? I had just drove all the way from New York, right? So I'm in the shower that night. And about 10 minutes in being in the shower, my mom started yelling and said, "Hey, you've been in that shower too long. Get out that shower." And for a second, I turned into an 11-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? For a second, hearing my mom say that, something I haven't heard say in a long time, mama checking me like that, I turned into a little kid again. I almost said, "Yes, mama, I'm coming out right now." You know what I'm saying? And that's because my mama put that in me as a young child. So I still got this thing where I kind of cringe to my mother's voice when she's being direct with me. We all still kind of got that. You see what I'm saying? We all still kind of got that. So that's what I'm talking about, family. So when you put something into your child young, I had my daughter working with ancestor authors young, mudras young. She's never going to forget these things, that her dad was making her do mudras and prayers and mantras and speaking tribal language. And I'm putting all this stuff in her while she's young. So when she get 18, no matter what she chooses to do, she can't never forget the stuff that her parents instilled in her. The reason why some people are disrespectful people because they weren't taught to respect people. Or they always had to fight and defend themselves. So they always going to fight and defend themselves in the real world. They don't even understand when somebody's being nice to them. Or they, like I said, they was raised with no morals and no principles or any of that. So this is why people do things. So what you instill into a child is how they'll turn out, family. All right? And they'll never apart from that. Let's see. I saw one thing. Let me see. I saw a super chat, but it disappeared. I'll come back to it. What can you do to protect your house if you live across the street from hospitals? I would recommend surrounding your house with war water. That's something I had in one of my books. I'll tell you guys what that is. On a night of a rainstorm, you want to get rainwater, mix it with a rusty nail, right? If you can't get nail, and you can mix it with both of these. You get a nail or get a nail or get a pyrite crystal. Put that inside the rainwater. It has to be thunder and lightning rain. You can do it with regular water. It may not have the same power. The water that comes from a rainstorm has been charged with plasma. Electric plasma. It's a very powerful water. So on the night of a thunderstorm, put a bucket or a little cup outside and you hold that water. I do that to this day. Okay? Take that water from outside during the rainstorm, put a rusty nail in there or just a regular nail. It'll rust over time. Put a piece of pyrite in there. If you can't get a nail, it works better with a rusty piece of iron. That's why I said a nail. It has to be iron, family. I want to be clear on that. Get some iron. Iron nail works great. It just, when I first learned this, iron nail is what I was told to do. Go to the hardware store if you can't find an iron nail. Say, "Hey, do y'all have an iron nails?" Get you an iron nail. Order it on the internet, or get you a piece of pyrite. But I recommend an iron nail or two. Put like one or two in there. Take that iron nail, put it in there, the water with some sea salt. Let it sit for a while and then go around your house and spray windows, the front doors, and all that type of stuff. This keeps away low vibratory energies. That iron frequency is going to be all around that house, right? Hit the house with some white copal, right? You're going to have to constantly keep that area clear. Now, if you want to just keep negative and ghosts and stuff off your property, in the front of your front yard, bury a crystal grid. I would recommend one that with protective stones like onyx or, something like that. Onyx works great for some reason. For some reason, when you put onyx in the ground with a crystal grid, better than black tourmaline. Onyx works incredible. I would say onyx, black onyx works really good for protection when it's in the dirt for some reason. It's just better than all the other protective stones. I would say next will be hematite because of the magnetic energy it has. Hematite is very protective, but it works better in the dirt because it's constantly charging. That's why these things are more powerful in the dirt. They're constantly charging. So get you an onyx crystal grid, maybe onyx stone, some quartz crystal, bury it in front of the house. These are some very simple things you can do to protect your house. All right. Let's see here. A little bumpy. Thank you for the donation. Can I be spiritual in the army? No COVID-19 vaccine. Oh, yeah, you can definitely be spiritual and be in the military. I've talked to people in the military from all over the world, different militaries. And you can be spiritual, family. Yes, you can. If you have the so-called shot, the jabba dabba do, it doesn't take away from your spirituality. It may affect your health or your life in the future because we don't know what they got planned for that. I personally think they got some 6G stuff planned for it, but you know, it doesn't affect your soul though. Your soul didn't get taken away, but it may affect your health in the future. In my opinion, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a licensed. Please do your own research. I don't want them taking down this live stream. Let's see here. You were right about silver. Highest rate in 12 years. What did I tell you? What did Brother Yosef try to tell y'all years ago in 2018, 2019, when I was showing y'all about the silver? I told y'all it was $15 back then, y'all. $15. Yes, it was $15. All right. I think today it's $30-something dollars. Yes. Silver is $34. Come on now. And it's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up. Only now you got to buy it at $34. Only now you have to buy it at $34 now. I've been telling y'all to get it when it's $15. You're gonna reap the benefits of it. I got gold, I got silver, even copper. Copper is gonna go up. I got some copper, but copper is too heavy. It's hard to store. Right? If you're gonna get silver, I recommend starting with silver eagles. Get you silver eagles. Get you some silver eagles, or get you some 1 ounce coins. I used to buy bars a lot, but this guy who buys silver as well told me start buying silver eagles. So I started buying that, and I think they just had it on the news last week or something like that, a week before, about platinum going up. Right? So yeah, I'm heavy on silver. I still buy it, even though it's up to $34, because I know it's gonna go higher. Now I'm telling you again, get it before it hit $50. Get it before it hit $50. Then you're really gonna be crying. All right. Somebody said, what can you do to retain spiritual memory? Keep your soul clean. Keep your soul clear. It's a lot of things that we do to this. How can you, man? Okay, I see the question, family. How can you determine how many lives that you lived? I don't know the answer to that, family. I can't tell a person how many lives they lived. I don't even know how many lives I lived. I lived a lot. I've only been able to view a few of them. I see the question. That person wanted that question answered. So I can't answer that question, family. Y'all know I'm always gonna keep real with y'all. I'm not a liar. I'm gonna keep real with you. So personally, I was right about silver. You guys are gonna see I'm right about a lot of things when it comes to even health. In 2020 year, the max, I talk about how the medical industry will start to merge with spirituality. You're starting to see that. Who told me that stuff back then? ETs. ETs. Now, maybe one or two things I said may change or may not happen because a lot of things have changed. The future is fluid. But I can promise you I don't think I've been wrong yet, but a vast majority of things that I talked about, fam, are going to start happening. Even with the ET thing, you're about to see that. What do you think about Bitcoin? I know they say everything is going digital, but what if they shut down the internet? Then we lose access to it. Well, you won't lose access to your Bitcoin, family, as long as you got it in a cold wallet. So even if they shut the internet off, you still got your Bitcoin. It's just in a cold wallet. That is the new future. They're never going to. I don't think if they shut the internet down, they'll do it probably momentaneously. For a moment, they won't do it forever. They won't ever shut the internet down for all times. It ain't going to happen. That's the future. They need the internet. That would blow me away if they ever shut the internet down all the way. But this is why you got to get your stuff off exchanges. So if they ever shut the internet down and erase certain websites, then you got your stuff on exchanges, all your stuff is gone. You need to get you a cold wallet and start storing yourself. You might need to get a couple of them. Start storing them in cold wallets. I'm not a financial expert. I do this for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a health expert. I do this for entertainment purposes only. Right? But I told y'all a long time ago, get XRP. XRP is up. They're going through some things, but just keep your eye on XRP. All right. I really want to connect with Kuan Yin. Little Bumpy, thanks for the donation. Kuan Yin is a very easy goddess to connect to. Very easy goddess to connect to. So is the goddess Tara. A lot of you guys got my new medallion, the black Tara medallion. I've been getting a lot of good reviews about that. I love it as well. I don't even wear it after I come home. I put it away until it's time to wear it again later. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like walking around with it in the house too much. I go out, I grab it. So slowly becoming probably my favorite medallion, the black Tara medallion. I got a few left. I got a couple left. Still up on the website. If you guys want them, the black Tara medallions. And I have some divine radiance medallions. And I think I have a few solar medallions, if I'm not mistaken. And then y'all got to wait for me to re-up. I'm re-ing up as we speak. All right. Why did they see them coming if there's a dome? Because what they're seeing is a projection. That's a great question, actually. So this person's asking, if we live in a dome, like you say, Brother Yosef, how can they see these people come from space? They're seeing a projection of something that's coming. It's a projection. So yes, they're coming. They're coming from a whole nother dimension. They're not coming straight from space into this world. They're coming from another dimension. Now, when they get here, they could destroy the dome. They're so advanced, they could raise our frequency. We can go right to the fourth dimension. There's a lot that could happen. Well, we got to see who show up first. We got to see who show up. I think they'll be good. Everybody on YouTube is saying it's the Galactic Council. It very well could be. The Galactic Federation, it very well could be. If you dreamed of a giant white wolf, it could be your animal spirit. My house is extremely peaceful. Why am I seeing shadows? Just because your house is peaceful doesn't mean you don't got spirits walking around. Yeah, you got spirits in your house, and your house could be peaceful. Doesn't mean that they're going to give you off a negative vibe. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you may have your ancestors in your house. Your ancestors ain't supposed to be in your house. They're dead. They're on the other side. They passed away. They ain't supposed to be in your aura or in your house. They ain't supposed to be doing it. Let's see here. What time we got? All right, got a little bit more time. Any reviews on the Divine Light projector and down? Yeah, a lot of reviews. People email me all the time about them. Let's see here. Brother Yosef, I have a question. If it's true that when a huge church harnesses your energy when you praise, isn't that the same at the Trump rallies? Yes, it could be the same at Trump rallies and concerts. A lot of times they can create portals on stage to harness people's energy. Also to put energy in, right? I told you guys I went to the Beyonce concert. Was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year. She came to Houston. Me and my wife went. I didn't want to go, but she wanted to go, so I took her. So y'all heard my horror story about that. You know what I'm saying? Too many men with butt cheeks out. I wasn't comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't comfortable. But they was loving Beyonce. It was good to see people having a good time. I'm happy people having a good time, but it was too much exposure for me. I wasn't comfortable. But still, at one part of the concert, I saw she brought out this horse, right? That came out, right? And she did something. She was singing something, and I saw a dark wave go over the crowd just like this. I'm looking like, and as it comes towards us, it turns, makes a sharp turns and goes the other way. I saw a dark wave go over the crowd and then come towards us and make a sharp turn. I thought that was crazy. So I witnessed that in time. I've seen a lot of people with stuff attached to them, but yeah, I wasn't really looking at all that. I wasn't there for all that. But when I saw a dark wave like an ocean hit the crowd, I was like, whoa, what was that? I still don't know what that was. Because all I saw was the wave. So I can tell you, yes, at Trump rallies, if he's doing that, sometimes you can have a bunch of people gather. It's not about that, family. But you can have a wave. I mean, a person who can do a concert and absorb energy or project energy into the crowd. I believe that's no disrespect. It's my opinion. Not saying this is a fact, but I believe that's kind of what happened at Astro World when they had that death thing that happened at Astro World. You see all this stuff that was being projected on stage, then you kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? INAY, thank you for the donation. Would you ever do a book talk on your book, The Way of Radiance, on Patreon? Learning about the Eightfold Path now. Thank you for the donation, family. I don't know. Maybe in the future. It's too early right now. A lot of people don't got the book. A lot of people do got the book. I don't want to give all the game away for free in the book. But I've read things out of my book on Patreon. Yes, I have done that, family. I have done that. Let's see here. Don't get mad if I skip your question. I'm looking for the good ones. Yes, when we go to the fourth dimension, it's a possibility that you will see loved ones that passed away. Yes. And you have access to them in different ways. Digital world is one way, believe it or not. They're already doing it. They're already taking people that passed away and putting them into the digital world. Go look it up. Yeah, in the future, you'll be able to talk to your grandpa, your grandmother, because they will have scanned the brain, in the thing in the digital world will be talking to you like it's your grandmother or your grandfather. Yeah, they're scanning their consciousness and copying the consciousness to act just like a person, which means it's them. It's just a clone of them. So they're doing this already. Let's see here. Hey, Brother Joseph, are you initiated into any Yoruba spiritual systems? I am not. I'm not initiated into voodoo or any Yoruba systems. I study them heavy. But I'm not initiated into any no. I am initiated into things that I can't really talk about. That's spiritual things. And that's the reason why. They're part of I'm part of a spiritual school. So I have been initiated into certain things, but not any of the Yoruba or anything like that. People ask me a lot about spiritual schools, and they want to join so bad. You don't know what you're asking. You don't really know what you're asking, because you have an idea about what it's going to be like. You don't know. They be on your neck, and you better have some money in your pocket, because if you ever don't pay, you get kicked out. They don't play about their money. Yep. So for all the people who feel like you shouldn't pay for spirituality, you'll never go to a spiritual school, because them jokers, they want their money. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. They want their money. Facts. Barney Wise, thank you for the donation. My cousin passed away recently due to a massive heart attack. Sorry to hear that. Is there anything we can do to help with that transition? Yes, family. You can put them on an altar, burn some ancestor uniform, and also give them a good meal. Make a good dinner for the whole family, and make a nice plate of food for that person, and put that on the altar for that person. Right? So make an altar for them, give them some ancestor money, and give them a nice plate of food, family. Don't worry about people asking this question all the time. Hey, can I eat the food afterwards? Absolutely not. You're sacrificing the food. So after about an hour, you can leave it on the altar with the candle lit for about an hour, and then you throw that food away. The energy that's going to be on the food is not something you want to consume. Trust me. I get that question asked a lot. No, you're going to have to, the food is not being wasted, it's being sacrificed. So on the altar, you're sacrificing the good food, the oranges, the apples, you're sacrificing these things. Now, sometimes the ancestors like the energy so much, you may put an apple on your ancestor altar, and it'll be up there for a whole month and won't even spoil. Who experienced stuff like that? I know some of you have. Apples and oranges and stuff, they just won't expire. One time I had an apple on an altar, there's no lie, for 2 months, and it didn't even get old. The skin got a little wrinkly, but it didn't even get old. All right. But that's what you can do, family. This is an interesting question. I've generated tetragrammaton. I vibrated and saw white light, or it vibrated and I saw white light. Then you mentioned Yahweh is Enki. So Enki can Enki be thought of like other deities and worked with? I don't know how to feel about Enki. Enki, I've always told y'all, in my opinion, I believe Enki is, I know what the books say, but I've been talking to people in the astral plane, and we've been lied to on this earth in a lot of ways. So my opinion always been that Enki is Yahweh, right? Enki, or Yahweh, is a demigod. We got to be clear on that. He is a human, half human, and reason why I say half human, because that's where the Anunnaki, they are. Okay, let me explain like this. The Anunnaki are really angels, right? Let me explain what I mean by that. Your body is a divine design. I explained this at the Mystic Mind. I think it's the Mystic Mind or the Master Student Conference too. I can't remember. But your body is a divine design. This is designed after angels, after divine beings or gods. The gods that is divine, the angels that it's designed after are the Elohim. The Elohim fashion themselves as gods. They fashion themselves as true and living gods, but they are with all due respect, they are demigods. They are gods because of how they look, and their technology makes them look like gods. Enki is a little different. Enki has that, but as well, he has a very high level reptilian angelic DNA inside of him, a 15th dimensional being, which is his mother, a reptilian being that is very high level, who taught him how to put souls in bodies. Nobody else in their camp knew how to do that. That's why Enki is considered one of the greatest scientists ever amongst their people. So you don't worship. Now, some people in this world do. They don't know they worship Enki. They just call him Yahweh. Some people worship him like that. And you can do an altar and get attention from an extraterrestrial on that level. He's an extraterrestrial. He's a human that evolved to a very high level, or his people the Elohim is nothing but humans from another timeline that evolved to a very high level with technology. So they appear to be gods. So if you choose to worship them like that, you can. Right? But really, if you understand them, even when you look at the Hebrew letters and stuff like, you're looking at technology, not spirituality. Like, you can deem it spiritual, but more than anything, when we look at the 42 letter name of God, it has a power to it. It's because of the shape and the angles of the letters gives it a vibration. It's technology, though. I now, as a magician, view all magic as technology, especially the magic we deal with on Earth. And I want you guys to start viewing it the same way. It's all technology. So when you're dealing with the Anabacoic or the 42 linear God, 72 linear God, you're dealing with technological things that are hacking into the matrix that you can't see. It's hacking into the fabric of reality through words of power or mantras, which is nothing but words of power, mantras. These mantras have vibrations. When you say the vibration in the right way, something happens in reality. That's what you're dealing with. So you're dealing with somebody who created a domain for you to live in, and another race giving you the technology to access and to play with the domain and create miracles for your life. And this is why I say magic is nothing but hacking, right? You can hack your own body with magic. So this is why I've always been fascinated. I like the Arabic language as well. Very powerful. But I've always loved even Latin. Latin is dope too, but I've always been fascinated with the Hebrew language. And I say prayers in Hebrew, and because the letters are literally alive. That's why you can take the letters, you can apply it to something, especially if you apply it to the right thing. It's going to generate energy. If you know what you're doing, if you know what words to put, it's going to generate frequencies. At the lecture, some of you guys bought my bottles that I create. I got these bottles that have the 42 letter name of God on the bottle. And I've had at least 4 or 5 people who are sensitive to energy walk up to the table and say, man, I can feel this thing. This thing got power to it. Yeah. It vibrates. If you can pick up on the bottles, literally vibrate. And I'll be selling those, by the way, in a few weeks on my website. And that way you can have your holy oil whenever you want. The vibration of that bottle is going to constantly be inside the oil. All you got to do is fill it up with olive oil. You can constantly have holy oil, anoint your children, anoint your house, anoint yourself whenever you want. Whenever you want, family. No more do you have to take the bottle and put it on top of a piece of paper. So I hope that answers the question. So you can choose to worship Yahweh, but he's a extraterrestrial scientist who fashions himself as a god. Hope that helps you understand. He's a human. His people are nothing but the Elohim are highly evolved humans. That's all they are, from another timeline, who came into this timeline and created us. So in a lot of ways, and also their timeline is actually behind us. How can I say this? Their timeline is ahead of us, so we are their ancestors. So when they created us, they went back in time and created us. So we are their ancestors with their DNA. And as we evolve, they evolve. That's how they set it up. I don't want to get too, I'll be gone on that topic. What are your thoughts on a couple where a person is spiritual and the other person is religious? I love this question. Can this relationship work despite their different perspectives on life? I understand that there are pathways. Yes. So I want to say this because I've been through this before. If you are a person that's spiritual and your mate is not spiritual, please try to remember why you're with that person. Remember why you love that person, why you want to be with that person. Your spirituality has nothing to do with whether or not you need to be with this person. Don't base your whole relationship on spirituality with this person. You can be with a person and they don't have to be spiritual. Because when you get with them, you can watch a good movie with them. You can love on them. Y'all can hold hands. Y'all can go to a nice restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go on a nice vacation. It don't always got to be spiritual. Get with somebody to enjoy your life with them. A lot of marriages and relationships go bad because the person becomes spiritual and they want the other mate to become. Give it time. Maybe they'll slowly come that way, but you got to be patient. Oh man, brother Yosef telling me to be patient again. No, I'm telling you what I went through. It took my wife about three years to come on over to the spirituality. She was not having it at first. She didn't want to hear none of that. But we stayed together because there was more to who we were as a couple outside of spirituality. And I understood that immediately early. Because there was things I liked about her that had nothing to do with spirituality. So I would tell you, think freely. Remember why you with the person you love and deal with them based on that. As long as they don't get in your way. If they try to stop you from being spiritual, that's where the problem comes in. Nobody should get in your way of choosing the type of lifestyle you want. So if she's cool being a Christian and you're being spiritual, keep practicing your spirituality as long as she don't get in your way and you don't get in her way. But I guarantee in time she'll follow you. All right. All right, family. This was a very, let me see. Answer this last question. I read the book and realized I'm not only as advanced as I thought I was. Would working with my root chakra help my level of understanding grow in a spiritual way? It will be a beginning stage for you to grow in a spiritual way, working with your root chakra. But don't stop there. Work with your root chakra and go all the way up to your crown chakra. I never worked on my kundalini. I always tell people that I never worked on my kundalini. It naturally rose by me working on my chakras. So as my chakras are clear and open, and when the energy rolls up, it just rolls up. Rolls up naturally, family. So don't stop at the root chakra, family. Hit all the chakras, all right? Brother Joseph, I had a dream of the solar cross. What does this mean? I prayed and honored it. Also, there was a monk with me. I'm not sure how to decipher this dream. What are your thoughts? That's a sign that you are most likely some type of solar adept. So I would recommend you get into some type of solar practices. Start with sun gazing, get into some solar work, and that should definitely take you where you need to go, family. That should take you where you need to go. The solar cross is also called the symbol of Thoth. It's also called the symbol of Thoth, or the cross of Thoth. The solar cross is also another aspect of the medicine wheel. The solar cross is so powerful. If you just take a circle made out of rocks, stones, and put a cross in the middle, you're going to generate energy on your land. The plants will grow better. Just from taking stones. You ain't got to paint them. You just make a circle and put a cross on just a medicine wheel. And it will give medicine to the land. Facts. People on the internet doing this all the time. Very powerful. That's why humans get discouraged from becoming. Unibody, thank you for the donation. That's why humans are discouraged from becoming a god. Oh well, sometimes it's fear. Human beings rather call themselves gods than actually do the work to become gods, to open up that God energy inside themselves. It feels better to go around saying, I'm a God, I'm a God. But you don't, your lifestyle don't show it, your spirituality don't show it, your attitude don't show it. I'm really big now because I've interacted with gods, I've interacted with different beings. Morals and principles are big. Some people don't like it when I say that. You know why? Because it challenges you. Morals and principles challenges people. Yes, morality is important, whether you like it or not. Cool. Don't believe in morality and go just do magic and see how far you get. Guarantee you won't go far with no morality. I know people that walk the left-hand path, and they'll tell you, their teachers tell them they're big on morality. Right? Morality is important. Living by principles and codes is important. You got to do that. That makes the higher force look down and say, okay, you worthy for me to share some of my force with you, my energy, because you live a certain way, a lifestyle. I could trust you. But you out here doing what you want to do, hexing who you want to hex, doing love spells on everybody, doing all spells and you ain't got no type of morals and principles. You're not gonna make it in spirituality. You're gonna be wasting your time. It's gonna keep it real. You're gonna waste your time. It's a time for rituals and it's a time for evolution. And it's evolution time now, baby. It's the evolution time. Right now is the most important time for evolution. Lower currency, thank you for the donation. Brother Joseph, can a narcissist be healed? If so, how is this from demonic attachment? And what's the best way to burn karma? So a narcissist is very hard to heal because this is something that is implanted into them. Like this is a part of their personality, meaning that it's a part of their soul. So anything could be healed, but a narcissist, because it's dealing with the mind, it's one of the hardest things to heal because they're dealing with some type of trauma that's bringing that narcissistic mentality out. It's part of who they are. Very hard to heal, family. I've never seen nobody heal from it or change their mind from it. I've even seen people get better, but they still have small little narcissistic ways, right? It's very hard to get that out of somebody. One of the best ways to burn karma is to burn ancestor money and ask the Jade Emperor, can I'm burning this to get rid of my karma. Also, doing good deeds. You can kill a lot of your bad karma by helping and reversing that by doing good deeds and good things. That's another way to get rid of your negative karma, family. All right. I believe the reason why my life took off, I burned so much. I had so much financial negative karma in my family. When I was burning every day, them Jade Emperor notes, the hell notes, and I was asking Jade Emperor, please burn this for my financial karma. I saw my life start to change. I saw things changing in a big way. I was burning these things for like a good year and a half straight. Financial karma, financial karma. I was even telling Jade Emperor to put some away from me. And I started having dreams about going to the bank and getting money out. So yes, that's a really good way to burn off your karma, family, but also doing good deeds, helping people, and doing it from your heart, not because you feel like you have to do it. Do it from your heart. If you're doing something because you feel like you trying to do it to get points, it ain't gonna work. Sorry. You have to do stuff from your heart. You have to mean it and do it for a good reason. All right. Somebody said jade money. What is that called? It's called ancestor money. You can go to Amazon and type in ancestor money. It has the Jade Emperor on it. I know there's other ones with the Ankh on it and it got different gods on it. I don't deal with those. I deal strictly with the Jade Emperor on it, ancestor money. And there's people out there making their own now. That's cool. Whatever people want to do. I'm just saying, me personally, I deal strictly with the original one. What do you think about Obatala? Obatala is one of the most powerful gods in existence. Obatala is one of the most powerful gods in existence. Very OG, powerful god, Obatala. Very loving as well. Can you tell us about evil altars? I don't know what an evil altar is. I don't know what you mean by evil altar, family. What's the best way to astral project? Stop eating after noon. Don't eat nothing for the rest of the day. And you can drink stuff, but don't eat. The more you don't eat, the easier it is to astral project. All right, but you have to have the right consciousness too. It just don't work for everybody. but not being heavy at night is very important. All right. All right, guys. I see y'all coming in with a lot of questions right now. Have you ever been successful in animating a voodoo doll? No comment. I know you have been mentioning in your spirit animal video. I wasn't. No comment. I can't talk about any. I had some experience with voodoo dolls back in the day. No comment. That was the old brother Yosef. That was the old brother Yosef. No comment. Yes, but it's real. I told y'all, somebody said, you didn't answer my question. I told you I'm not going to see all y'all questions. It's 700 people in here right now. I can't answer 700 questions, family. So if I skipped it, I apologize. It is what it is. I'll try to catch you on the next one. All right. Peace and love. Once again, thank you guys for coming out to the Cyber Sorcery. We had a great time, great food, great people, great energy, great location. Thank you guys for coming out. If you guys want to see more of me, you can go to my Patreon channel. I'm on there a couple times a week. I share information I don't share on YouTube or anywhere else. All right. But yes, Dragon Magic 103 is going to try to be out like around end of December, maybe top of January, something like that, family. All right. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace and love. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something, but whatever. If it's something important, I'll put it up, family. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. You guys have a good evening. Peace, family.